Well, hey there.
What's up?
The first podcast of the new year.
It is.
Wow.
It is now 2022.
New year, same pandemic.
Yes.
Oof, I don't like it.
Me either.
No. It's like when adulting gets even harder.
Literally.
Ridiculous.
It's as if adulting and we all don't have our own shit going on. Then we have the pandemic.
Right? It's like I thought I was already playing on hard mode.
Right? I thought, wait a minute.
That isn't fair.
Not at all. Not at all.
I wanted to play on easy where I'm born into a rich family.
That would be so nice.
Right? You ever notice how the only people that say money doesn't matter are rich people? Because they don't have to worry about it. So of course it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like saying, like people saying that looks aren't everything. It's like, okay, but you're Julian Huff.
You say that because you have money.
Right. Come on now. Not having an attack.
I mean, in some ways, they're not wrong.
But like life would be a lot better if I was a millionaire.
But like, it helps.
Right.
It helps.
Listen, all I'm saying is I'd much rather cry in a Tesla. Or in my $50 million house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would rather have those money problems
Right.
than
And you hear like rich people being like, well, we have problems too. Money doesn't solve everything. It's like, but you have different problems.
well, to be fair, I'm sure there's a bit of stress with having to stay rich.
Yeah.
And it's just different problems that I'd rather have.
Right.
Like I get the stress of it in some sense, but also I'd rather have those problems.
Right.
Unless that, don't even get me started on the 1%.
Right.
At that point, it's like, who needs that much money? No one needs that much money.
I mean, I could use that much money. But
Not even though, like that 1%, I'm good with like the top 20, 30. I don't think I would want the top 1% money.
no.
I mean, if someone was going to hand it to me, I wouldn't say no. But
Right.
and that was the best part. All these celebrities, kind of going back to the pandemic, all these celebrities in their like giant ass homes, they're being like, just stay home. We'll serve like, yeah,
Right.
we live in a mansion.
Right. Ridiculous.
I wouldn't want to leave that either.
right? That sounds amazing.
Those just stay home messages. It's like, okay, not
Right?
pools
Yeah.
and like 10 different rooms.
Right. Ridiculous.
But not Zac Efron, of course.
Of course not. He's an exception.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Always.
for real. So we are becoming, well, you're already a therapist, but I'm going to become a therapist today too. We're going to read some advice columns and give people some advice that did not write into us, but we're looking on Reddit.
So we're doing what therapists are not supposed to do and give advice.
That's right. That sounds like a winning solution.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All right, so would the official therapist like to go first?
You can go first.
Well, fine.
Unless you want me to go first.
No, this is fine. All right, so if people out there don't know, Reddit is like, it's like a blog site and anyone can like say anything on there basically. So this first one is, the title of it is, "My husband paid for a private investigator to investigate me," which intriguing. So it says, "Hello, I was wondering if anyone could help me out here. My husband and I have been together for 6 years and have a child together now. Ooh, drama. In his car was an envelope of information on me that was hidden in his cubbyhole thing. It had so much stuff and photos of me that were taken, just a ton of weird and random things. I don't know where this is from, but I can only suspect a private investigator or spent by along. But I'm reading this wrong or something. I don't know where this is from, but I can only suspect a private investigator spent by along those lines, because I know how these things go typically for my work." That was a confusing sentence. I don't know.
Did not word that right.
I don't understand why he would be doing this, but our relationship has been unsteady recently and we live separately. Okay. I haven't confronted him over this, obviously. What do I do? I am 32 female. So that's an interesting point, that they're separated and they live. Well,
So-
no, their relationship has been unsteady, but they live separately. Well, so are you broken up? Like, first answer that. Like, you're living separately and you're having an unsteady relationship. Like, what does unsteady mean? Like, are you broken up? Is it complicated?
I mean, to me, I would say if you're living separately, your relationship's a little bit more than unsteady.
Yeah. Also, if he did hire a private investigator, like, you kind of have to turn it on yourself and be like, well, did you do something? Did you do something wrong?
Well, that actually brings, and I don't know, I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but
You're not?
no, I know, shocking. But I'm wondering if he's getting ready for divorce and he's trying to use something like that for court.
Why would he need photos of her though?
Well, I mean, if people can hire a private investigator to find something fishy so they can get the upper hand in court.
Well, you're making this seem logical and make sense. I'm trying to make it like a thriller movie. Like, ooh, what's going on? Is he getting ready to kill her?
He might be.
Is he hired? It's not a private investigator, it's a hitman.
See, the first thing that actually came to my mind for real is that he thinks she's cheating.
Yeah. I mean, she didn't say it, but maybe she doesn't want to admit it. Because they have a kid together too, so that would make it more dramatic.
Yeah. I mean, I say cheating.
I say hitman.
Both juicy. And I want the tea for both of those.
Right? Anyway.
Wow. It's just interesting to me, like, why would you go to Reddit for that?
Right? Ooh, take it a step further. Hire your own private investigator for him.
I like that idea.
Yeah, two can play this game.
Hire the private investigator for why he needs one.
And then the kid hires the hitman. Boom.
It's like a little like 2-year-old. Kill daddy.
Puts on jigsaw makeup, kill daddy.
Oh, geez. This little psychopath in training.
Yes.
It's amazing. Oh my god.
Anyway, your turn.
Okay. Which one was I gonna do? Oh, so this one is my girlfriend slept with one of my best friends.
I like it already.
So it says, my girlfriend and I have been together for almost 3 years. And sometimes things have been tough. And sometimes I've said things that I regret. But I've always tried my best for her. She went back home from college before I did. So as we went to different colleges, and she started hanging out with my friend group. One of the people she hung out with outside of my friend group was someone who had begged her to take his virginity while he was drunk. To be anonymous, I'll call him Chase.
Chasing after her.
Yeah, right? I told her I didn't want to tell. Wait, what? I told her I didn't want to tell her who to hang out with because it wasn't my place, but I wasn't super comfortable with it. She told me I was being controlling and overbearing, and I told her this a few times, but her responses were the same. Eventually, she went to drink at a pool hall with a group of my friends, and when they got back, she hooked up with one of my best friends, got caught, and everyone tried to hide it from me. We ended up breaking up because I felt like she didn't make time for me anymore and prioritized everyone else over me. It's a little bit of a longer one. Jeez. She kept telling me that how I was paranoid about her hanging out with those guys, and how I was trying to take her away from her friends. I assume he means, and how I was trying to take her away from her friends. I felt bad, so I called Chase and apologized. I buried the hatchet with him because if that was what I was doing, I didn't mean to. Chase told me what happened, and my ex called me a manipulative bastard who deserved to rot in hell.
Aw, being so polite.
It feels like all my friends are against me, and I was trying to do what was right. She still wants to stay friends, and I told her I was willing to. And I was willing to still try for her in a relationship, but she couldn't be friends with a person she had sexual relations with. Maybe that's a harsh thing of me to ask. What? Everyone seems to think so. And I asked my friend the same thing. I just feel that no one has any respect for me, and everyone is telling me I'm a terrible person, and I can't take it anymore. I don't know where to turn.
That's so nice. It's a happy ending.
Oh, there's more. It says, my girlfriend of 3 years just told me a friendship with a guy who's moving 6 hours away after she had sex with him was more important than me. Am I wrong to feel the way that I do? Am I in the wrong?
Wonderful.
So much is wrong with this picture.
All right, class, this is why you never hook up before marriage.
This is why sex is bad.
Don't have sex. Sex is the devil. First of all, I'm calling BS that all the friends kept it from her. Because if I know friend groups, there's one rat in every friend group that will absolutely tell everything, especially for something like that.
I honestly, I believe it. Because my parents' group of friends, there was one guy cheating on his wife, and no one told the wife in the friend group.
So nice.
No one did. And what I call BS on with the friend group is that they're all calling him a terrible person.
Yeah.
Because I'm not, there's, the girlfriend sounds very manipulative. If all of the friends are calling him a terrible person,
Yeah.
one, what did he do that, or I shouldn't say what did he do? Did he do something he's not telling us in that is causing this?
Yeah.
Or two, like that is, you need new friends, dude. You need new friends, and you need some therapy.
You think?
You need some therapy, and you need to set some more boundaries.
Wow. You don't say.
It's what I'm thinking.
Wow. I'm thinking that too.
Because I mean, like, the fact that he said, I don't want her to be in contact or friends with the dude that she slept with. And then he's all like, everyone's telling me I'm a terrible person and that's too harsh of a request. Is like, what?
Right. I don't know, bro.
Wouldn't you think any other boyfriend or girlfriend would ask that?
Right. Hard to believe. Oh boy.
Telling you. What would be your advice?
I'm telling you, who needs the hitman now?
Yes.
This person. Listen, you clearly have terrible friends who could be just as bad as your partner in their own way.
Yeah. And maybe I'm being too therapist-y with this, but I feel like the girlfriend seems super manipulative
Yeah,
and probably manipulated the friends, is what I'm guessing.
probably. That's what I'm thinking.
Because they all suck.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
You need some new friends and you need a new girlfriend.
That's right. That just makes sense,
So go find one.
right?
That's my advice.
Okay.
Go find a new girlfriend.
That sounds terrific.
Doesn't it though? I think so.
Yeah, man. All right, here we go. Got a nice short one here. How do I improve my looks? Listen, surgery always is the best answer. Okay, so I'm a 15-year-old girl and I'm really skinny, only about 94 pounds. What the frick? Ugh, okay. I'm also really flat and I'm really self-conscious about these things. Most of the foods I eat are junk food and I eat a lot. So you just have a high metabolism. Yeah, you're 15. However, I just never seem to gain any weight and I have no clue how to make my chest or butt bigger. Oof. Maybe I shouldn't have read this one. If anyone knows how to help me improve these things, please leave me some suggestions. I don't know, eat twice as much, do some squats. That'll make the butt bigger. That's what I'm told. I'm a professional. I know these things.
Uh-huh.
She wants to make her chest bigger. Like by chest, does she mean like the jewels?
Probably.
Because if that's the case, I don't think there is any way you can do that without like getting implants or becoming fat, just because that'll make them get bigger naturally. But there's no natural way to make that part of your chest bigger. Unless there are women out there that are just manipulating their body like that.
It's not a muscle, so you can't work it out to get bigger.
Literally flab on your body.
It's all tissue.
Okay, get it because you're in high school and all you care about are your looks at that age, but like.
But also, honey, you're 94 pounds. You're gonna be flat chested.
Yeah. There is like a 0.001% chance that you're going to be curvy at 94 pounds.
Not unless you got some real good genes.
Right? I don't know.
Also,
I did know this girl in high school that like she was this tiny little girl, very thin, really short. She was like, 5 feet, 5'1", and she did have a big chest, and it's like, that's not normal, but okay. Although I will say middle school and high school, there was this other girl in my grade that was so thin she looked like she was anorexic. And, people would, in the nicest way they could, I mean, there's no nice way to put it, but they would ask her if she was. And she was like, no, I'm not. But at the same time, it's like you just look thin to the point where it's unhealthy. And like, I don't know if it is just your metabolism or if you're truly not eating a lot at all, but like, I don't know. Like, that's just high school though. Like, everyone's body is changing. Everyone like judges their own body, no matter how beautiful or freaking ugly you are.
yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Look at me. The therapist approves of my methods. I'm going to go into business.
Well, you're right, especially for that developmentally.
I'll say especially for the young ladies.
Yeah, developmentally, she's very. Most girls are thinking something along her lines.
Yeah.
Like, it's just you either there's like no win. There kind of is, but like you want to be skinny, but you want to have like boobs. But if you're skinny, you're not gonna have as big boobs.
So this is probably me being just a guy. I have no idea how ladies think in this area, but why do ladies care if they have big boobs or not?
I I think it comes down to two because it's more of like you said, having that like a womanly figure. I think that's all what it comes like what it comes down to. Plus, I think at that age, you think guys, that's what guys are attracted to,
I mean,
which is not wrong. But
I can neither confirm nor deny that. I will not.
so if you don't have it, then you don't think you're any like guys are attracted to you. So there's a lot that goes on play with it.
I don't know why a Gen Zer would think that, given that it's like, don't judge me by my body. My eyes are up here.
Right. Gen Zs they're all talk, but they're still teenagers.
Yeah.
You're still teenagers. You're still going through the same shit we did.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I'm just confused like why they care, because it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Come on, ladies.
They're all talk.
They are. I just want to be so pretty. I want all the guys to line up at my door.
Yeah. We've all been there.
But also don't try to hit on me, because that's sexist.
Yeah.
But I also want the attention.
Right. Exactly. I want to be able to wear whatever I want, but I don't want guys to comment about it.
I don't want you to look at my boobs, but I want bigger boobs.
That's the best part. I don't want you to look at my boobs as you're wearing the lowest cut shirt
Right?
ever.
Like, you're wearing a skirt that shows 99% of your legs.
And where do you think guys are going to look?
Right?
That makes sense to me.
Even in middle school and high school, I could never understand that kind of fashion, due to the fact that how women react when they do wear those clothes. It's like, first of all, if you're that offended, just like, don't wear the clothes. But also, like, I've always noticed that women like constantly adjust themselves when they're wearing that stuff. Because if they're wearing a super low cut shirt, they're always like, pulling it up. And it's like what? Then why wear the shirt if you're constantly going to be doing that? Or like if they're wearing a really short dress, they kind of like pull it down every once in a while. It's like, well, yeah, you're wearing a dress that's that short. Like, why?
And we should clear something up. Wearing those clothes does not make it okay for people to touch you.
Well, Andrea, you should have told me that 10 girls ago. I thought that that was acceptable.
It does not give you permission.
Wait a minute. Ah, crap. Now people are going to listen to this podcast and take me out of context. And then they're going to Me Too me. Great. I'm going to jail. I'll see you later, Andrea.
Bye.
I just got Me Too'd. I Me Too'd myself.
You did.
Your Honor, he said, you should have told me that 10 girls ago. Well, you didn't listen to the whole podcast.
Oh, God. It was a joke.
Right. Sir, did you think you were funny when you said that at the time?
I mean, it was a good joke.
Right. Just for the record, Your Honor, if you're listening to this podcast, I'm joking.
Right?
You can ask all of them I've never hooked up with growing up.
Like, I promise.
Sorry, it was just the one time, I swear. And it's because she was unconscious, so she couldn't say no. Great, now I'm going to be on some kind of list.
You are. The FBI agent listening right now is.
Yo, bro, cover me this one time.
He's like, we're going to be watching you.
Fine, watch me not get laid ever. Because
My life is pretty boring. You can watch me, FBI agent.
have you ever seen me try to flirt with a girl? It doesn't happen. I think there was this
Kind of girl
quote,
going for.
right? I think there was this quote that's like, it's so true, where it's like, someone's asking this guy, it's like, you were flirting with that girl, and it's like, no, I was just being nice. If I was flirting with her, it would have been so much more awkward.
My life when I flirt with a guy.
Yeah. Listen, if you think I'm flirting with you, I'm not. If I was actually flirting with you, you'd call the cops. Be like, get this weirdo away from me.
Don't put yourself down like that, David.
Fine. Listen, I come from experience, all right? Anyway, moving on before I get put on another list. What's yours?
Oh, God. All right, let's see. Yeah, don't dig yourself deeper into the hole.
Yeah. Do you have a good one?
Yes, I do. So it says, I moved into an apartment about 3 months ago. Everything is fine, except my neighbor likes to have loud sex during the night. She doesn't want to talk about it and seems ignorant. The landlord is informed, but says there's nothing he can do. She does not study or have a job, and it seems that all she does is fuck.
Wow.
I work shifts, and sometimes I come home in the night and I can't sleep at all. I have went to her apartment, rang the bell multiple times, and she does not answer. If I see her, she either tries to get away or refuses to talk. What can I do?
Listen, if you can't beat them, join them.
Might as well.
I'm gonna shut up, move over.
Huh?
If you're not gonna shut up, then just move over.
Well, I mean, put headphones in?
I think you should confront her. Like, and actually like corner her until she answers you.
That just makes me anxious.
I think it's time we brought in the hitman.
I
That sounds amazing.
I would rather do that than confront.
Right
I don't like confrontation. It makes me anxious.
now. Confront the landlord or whoever. I don't know.
I don't. Wouldn't there be a noise law?
A what?
Also, she says this girl doesn't have a job. I'm pretty sure she does. It's just at night.
Right? Oh boy.
I mean, that was my first thought when she said that was, what if that is her job?
Right?
But I'm sure there's like a noise ordinance law too.
Can you keep it down? We're filming. You're ruining the immersion. Actually, no, keep it up. You're making it sound more realistic.
Yeah. Do you want to join me?
Honey, you want to join in? I'll give you part of the profits.
You probably make some good money.
Yeah. I wonder how much an average video goes for.
I wonder how much they get paid.
I mean, I would ask Google these things, but I don't want that in my history.
Yeah, no.
Also, I don't want the knowledge haunting my life that I actually searched something like that.
Yeah, I'm not that curious.
No. Listen. I know I knew someone in high school who became a stripper. I'll just phone her up. It's like, I have some questions. It's not anything bad. I'm just curious.
I just am curious, okay?
I'm thinking about getting into the industry.
Heard they pay well.
Yeah. And that girl I went to high school with, actually, I think she ended up out in Las Vegas, which, like, you can make good money out there.
Especially out there.
Got a bunch of horny drunk guys. Heck yeah. Eager to spend all their money on gambling and whatever else.
And a constant loop of new people coming in.
Imagine how much you make on like a Friday night.
Probably what I might make in 2 weeks.
Right?
Honestly, she probably makes what I make in 2 weeks in one night.
See, I would, like, realistically, obviously I would never do that, but you start talking numbers and it's like, I mean, you can't beat the numbers.
Right? That is all I'm saying.
Right?
I mean, honestly, I don't think realistically you could pay me enough money.
Right. But you show me a check of what you made in 2 weeks, and it's like, oh, well,
And I don't know if I have enough confidence for it, but even if I did, I would never.
no.
But you do consider it when you hear the amount of money they make,
Yeah,
or you're like, well, damn.
right.
All right, so what is one of yours?
Let's see. So I didn't read the description. I just read the title of this one, and I was immediately hooked because the title is "Parents Found Things on My Phone." Yay!
I'm intrigued.
So he says, or she, I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. It should be stated that I'm 17 and will be turning 18 in 7 months. All right, so you're still not legal. Cool, bro. A month ago, my parents barged into my room, found my phone, looked through it. Okay, first of all, you have the fact that your parents would do that. It sounds like you have terrible parents. They saw multiple pictures and videos of me sneaking out with my boyfriend. Okay, so girl, maybe. This was very sexual content and obviously very humiliating. When they confronted me about it, we had our talk about it, and now I have to give up my phone every night. Just right now, my dad barges into my room again, asking why another sexual picture of me was in my recently deleted. How honestly, sometimes my phone glitches, bringing stored photos in the iCloud back to my phone after deleting them, which that's not something that happens. He asks if it was very appropriate for him to see that. Again, I was humiliated. He said we would talk about it in the morning. I guess my question is, what can I bring to our talk tomorrow? My parents are sexualizing me, and I know that if I tell them that, okay, that you should have worded that differently. My parents are sexualizing me. That's a bad way to phrase that sentence.
Yeah, 'cause really not what they're doing, but okay.
And I know if I tell them that they're going to tell me I shouldn't be taking pictures like that in the first place. Also, they shouldn't be looking through my phone either. That's a good argument, but my parents still pay my phone bill and won't let me work. What can I say? Okay, there are so many flaws in this conversation. First of all, your parents barge into your room, they don't knock, and they find your phone when you're not around and they look through it. First of all, how do they know your password? Second of all, that's terrible parenting that they're just doing that.
Or
Also, if they're finding sexual content out there, why are you continuing to do it if you know that it's going to happen?
this sounds like the parents had a reason to look through her stuff.
Yeah, you're probably not giving us the full context. Your parents still pay your phone bill. That doesn't really add anything to the conversation. Doesn't matter if they're paying it or not, it's still your phone. And they say they won't let you work. Like, why won't they let you work? Like, that's a weird thing too.
That was interesting.
Like, okay, you didn't provide a reason for that. You just said they won't let you work, but like you didn't say why. So that's just making it seem like your parents are even worse unless you actually provide me with a good reason.
Well, it does sound like there's a lot of missing context going on here.
Yeah.
But I will say, it is weird. And I want to know exactly why her parents won't let her work.
Also, you need to clarify where these photos are going because she said that she's still 17. So if they're going online, that's illegal.
Well, didn't she say they were going to her boyfriend?
Probably. But at the same time, what is he doing with them?
Listen, kids. Never send nude photos because you don't know what the person will do with them.
And of course, the guy would say, of course, I'm not gonna do anything with him, but like, of course, every guy in the world is gonna say that.
Exactly. Let's just not.
Also, the fact that you keep on doing it, even though your parents look through your phone, is like, why?
Well, right. See that that's just like teenage stupidity. Like if you know your parents are monitoring your phone more closely, why are you still taking those photos?
Oh, yeah. So there's a comment here too that says keep anything sexual off of your phone. Being 17 and depending on how lewd the photos are, could be considered child porn. Anyone that has copies can go to jail as well. So it's like forget your parents going through your phone. Like, yeah, that could be a serious thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I hope your boyfriend is not 18 yet, because I don't know if that would make a difference as well.
I don't know, but
Well, I would say the fact that if he was 18 or older and he had those photos of a 17-year-old girl, that's probably not a good thing.
no, that would be considered him having pornography.
Because it doesn't matter if that's your girlfriend or not, like she's still 17.
Uh, it depends on the age of consent, right?
Yeah. It's like, isn't that different in different parts of the country and the world?
Yeah. In different states here, it's like I think in Michigan it's 16.
Interesting. I didn't mean anything by that. Okay, FBI agent.
No, but so 16 in Michigan. In New York, I believe it's, oh, I thought it was younger. It was 17.
Ooh, check California. That's gotta be a weird one.
California is 18
Oh, really?
in most cases.
Well, that doesn't add up.
I want to know.
Are you sure it's not 12? Because California is so freaking weird.
I swore to God that New York was 14.
Really?
Or that no, there was Ruth, I don't know, someone was it was agreed with it turning to 14 and it never passed, I don't think.
Cool.
In every
Yeah.
state, it's so in the United States, excuse me, the age of consent it does vary by state, but there's no state that has it younger than 16.
Okay.
According to this website I'm looking at.
What I'm wondering is, why would you want to hook up with a 16-year-old if you're an adult? Like, there are 7 billion people on the planet and you wanted the minor.
Teenagers are so annoying too.
Like, really? You want to have to deal with that personality?
Teenagers are just so annoying. And besides the fact that it's just gross,
Yeah.
they're annoying. Like what?
Here's the thing, is like, an 18-year-old, like that's an adult, like if it's consensual, that'd be okay, but like that's an 11-year gap for me. Like, yeah, sure, that's legal technically, but it's like it'd be so weird and uncomfortable for me just because of that like major age gap, you know? Like
Um,
even that would be really, really weird.
I agree. Hold on. Caitlin just texted me something and I have to see because this might be breaking news.
Oh boy, this is a Dear Diary moment.
She just said, apparently Bob Saget has died.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently he died according to TMZ.
Okay.
Well then. Anyway.
Well, you don't say.
To what you were saying. Yeah.
For real. Yeah, I don't, I like the fact of trying to hook up with an 18-year-old, like that just makes me uncomfortable.
I don't. Yeah, no.
Like my only thought is like, if people are trying to do that and hook up with a 16-year-old, it's like, how many times did you get rejected before you had to subject yourself to that age?
I just don't understand. Like,
What about a 16-year-old attracts you?
it, I could understand an 18-year-old with a 16-year-old, right?
Yeah,
But like someone our age, what? How?
right.
Like, I look at a 16-year-old kid and it's like, you're still a baby.
You're so cute. Look at you.
Right. It makes zero sense.
I don't know, man. It's a weird thing. It's pretty crazy. I'm not about that life.
No, no, not at all.
Nah, fam.
I yeah, I'm definitely not about that life.
You hear that, Mr. FBI agent? I'm not doing that.
He's confirming.
Right? Do you have another one?
Let me see. Okay. Nothing is jumping out at me. Do you have another one?
I'm looking through it. I passed by one that said, I hate my life and have no idea what to do. And I'm like, I'll skip that one.
Yeah, that's heavy.
I don't This is, I don't want to be depressed,
Yeah, that's heavy. No, thank you.
right?
Okay, I have one.
All right.
So it says, so me and this chick used to date in school, but just like any other high school relationship, it didn't work out. Fast forward, we're now 20. I started talking to her again. She has a boyfriend and this is a stepmom. But okay. Is she okay? It's strange. She tells me she loves me, but every now and then she'll ask me for money, and well, I would send it in hopes that I'd actually have a chance with her again. But over time, she started talking less and less to me. She would always tell me she loved me and that she would leave her boyfriend soon, but she'd still post relationship posts and always tag her boyfriend on Facebook. It got to the point she only texted for money. She would blame it on the weather, saying she just wasn't feeling good, and that's why she would never text me or that she was busy. At the end, I confronted her about it and we argued well more her just sending a message saying she lost interest in me and said it was because of my overthinking and that if I wouldn't be overthinking, she wouldn't have lost interest. Was I being used? Should I tell her BF she was cheating on him? Keep in mind, she did send me nudes and went on one date. So she was cheating on him. Should I send him screenshots of our messages? I won't send the nudes though. That's disrespectful.
No, just on the nudes.
It's her boyfriend. He's seen her nude, so
Like, show the pictures. He's like, bro, like, hey, look, we both like the same things. We like the same food. We like the same girl, and she likes both of us. You want to be like, like, do stuff together, like with her?
I just I don't even know. I don't even know how to respond to that one.
Hitman.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, how much do you want to get involved in that?
Kill the guy. Now she's yours.
But apparently, it's because he's an overthinker.
I'll worry about that later.
Yeah.
That sounds like a problem for future you.
I mean, but it really isn't.
Well, fine.
I don't know. I would say stay out of it,
Right?
honestly. Stay out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, don't you think so?
That's fine, I think.
Just because, like, she clearly doesn't want you. So what would be what would you want to get out of telling her husband or her boyfriend?
Right? I don't know.
Just so that he knows? I don't know. I would say no.
I don't know. That's a toughie,
That's what I'm saying.
right?
'Tis what I.
I wish I had the answer, but I don't.
All right. Do you have another one?
Yeah, I can do a final one here, maybe.
Yeah.
So our dearest Megan says, I want a new life. Yay! I'm just humiliated over everything I've ever done. This sounds like a confident person. My past haunts me every day, she says. I'm only 25 years old. I'm a girl in unpopulated Canada and I just want better for myself. So I fantasize the classic, start over, change my name, lie about my life. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? Thoughts. If you're for it, give you, oh, she's proactive. She says, if you're for it, give me a new name. It's currently Megan. I want better. Okay, Megan. Why do you want, what's so bad about the name Megan? First of all, look, you should rename yourself Queen Elizabeth. That would be great. Move to England. Now you're the new queen. There you go. You're in unpopulated Canada. That's specific. She just wants better for herself, but like, why change your name and lie about your life? Just move to like a city and do something with. I don't know. What?
The thing about it is your problems follow you.
Yeah. Also, she says, what's the worst that could happen? You lose all the family and friends that you ever had, and they're probably have no idea what's going on.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
Imagine hearing your daughter say, I'm gonna move away because I hate my life and I'm gonna change my name and lie about everything that ever happened in my life. I hate the name you gave me. I hate the life that I lived with you.
Well, to be fair, I tell my mom all the time that I hate my name, but I just feel like on top of that, you're losing your whole support system.
Right? Come back a month later, like, JK.
And I don't think people realize how important that support system is until you leave it.
Right. No, bro.
Life always seems worse than it is. Go therapy.
Yeah.
Therapy.
Isn't that just the answer to everything?
For much.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to.
For sure.
When you're asking those kind, especially if you don't feel like life is worth, like, there's a lot of hopelessness in that post.
Right. I mean,
And therapy.
listen, honey, just go listen to some angry music and you'll be fine. Okay, go listen to Green Day, have yourself a good cry, eat a tub of ice cream, and you'll be good. Watch The Notebook, it'll all make sense.
Ugh. Notebook will make you depressed.
For real. Okay, fine, watch Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, watch Pippin. It'll
Yeah.
make you happy.
Right? Listen, call yourself a failure, but Pippin dropped a skeleton down the well, and he's the reason the fire demon killed Gandalf, all right?
Perception, Dave. Perception.
Right? I'm sorry that the boy didn't go out with you, but Pippin caused Gandalf's death. All right, it could be worse.
You leave my Pippin alone. He did not
Listen,
do that.
um, I mean, he awoke. He's the reason the fire demon, awoke. So
But he didn't mean to do that, okay?
listen, Pippin, I love you, but you're being kind of an idiot sometimes.
But he didn't mean it.
Okay, Pippin.
Leave him alone.
Fine.
I think I would make stupid mistakes like Pippin, so that's why I love him so much.
Right? I mean, that just makes sense.
I mean, we don't mean to do those things.
Right?
He just wanted his second breakfast. Okay, that's all he wanted.
Right.
You just
Makes
let him
sense.
live in peace with his second breakfast.
Right?
He'd be fine.
Yeah.
But no, y'all had to make him do stuff
Right?
that he did not want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can always stick up for Pippin.
That's right. Anyway, do you have any last ones?
Nope, not that I could find.
All right. Sounds dope. Well, cool. I think I just earned my therapy license.
I wish mine was that easy.
Yeah, man. You
But
didn't know?
See, everything that we just said, you would never say in therapy.
I would. What are you talking about? You mean
Well,
I can't? You mean I can't tell people they're idiots?
Generally, that's frowned upon.
What's the point?
Generally, it is frowned upon to call your clients idiots, but you
Lame.
know,
Lame,
it is what it is.
right?
No, the best is when people come in and they want you to give advice like, well, you should do this, this, and that. And it's like, that's not how this works.
Right? I mean, no.
That was fun though.
Yeah, for real.
It's,
Thank you, Reddit, for the fun.
yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Oh, so I have to say this because Bill Burr on his podcast, he does the same thing on Mondays, where like the second half of his podcast is in like answering like questions for people or like advice or whatever. And one of the advice he got was that there was this girl who had a boyfriend and they were dating for a while. And then one Thanksgiving, both of their families did Thanksgiving dinner together. And their parents, well, I guess like the girl had a dad that was single, and the boy had a mom that was single. And apparently, like a year later, they found out that each of their parents were now dating each other. And they eventually got married.
Stop it.
So now these kids that were dating are now step siblings.
Oh my God, stop.
And they're like rightfully pissed about it. And they're like, we were dating first. And now it's like, now they're in a relationship with each other. And it's like, what do I do? Like, I feel like we shouldn't continue dating, but at the same time, like we love each other. So it's like that weird dynamic. And it's like, what do you do?
Yeah, what do you do?
And even Bill Burr's like, I got nothing for you.
Yeah, because at the same time, you're like, okay, we were dating first.
Yeah, I would also be rightfully pissed. It's like, really? You guys hooked up after we did and now you're married? Like that's a cool move.
I mean, that is, I would be pissed too. Like, that's kind of insensitive.
Right.
No, it doesn't matter that our kids are dating.
No, that's fine.
No. Why would we have to take that into consideration?
I'm drawing a blank.
I feel like there is a movie. It's with Melissa Joan Hart. You Drive Me Crazy.
Okay.
And the same thing happens.
So as a therapist, what would you say if you heard that?
Um,
Well, first question, do you live in Alabama? Because this might be okay,
that would be my first question.
right? Like you might have just struck gold here. I don't know.
Or Kentucky.
Right? Good old Kentucky.
Or Kentucky. I would approach it. Okay, so it really depends. If I had rapport with the client and I had been seeing them for a while, and this situation came up, um, I might handle it a little bit differently in the sense of like probably start problem solving.
Right?
Like, okay, so what can we do about this? What are our options?
Yeah.
Um,
Because that could, even if they don't stay together, that would still be awkward because that's your stepbrother now. Like you're gonna be around each other.
well, and that's probably what we would honestly, I would probably bring up. Now, if it was the first session and this was coming up, I would probably more get into like, all right, like how are we feeling about this? Like, let's process it
Right.
a little bit. Like, what's going on here?
Right.
Because you're right. If they just break up, it's not as simple as like, okay, we broke up. Like, no, because you're still going to see each other and you still love each other.
But at the same time, if you stay together, like what are you gonna do? Marry your stepbrother? It's like it's a lose-lose situation.
Can you technically marry your stepbrother because you're not blood related? I know.
I'm not gonna Google search that.
I mean, I will. I'm gonna let my FBI agent think.
FBI agent Steve's like, hey David, are you trying to marry your stepsister? Like, no, I don't even have one.
Let's see. Aha. You can marry your step sibling because they are not blood related.
Yay. That's good, such good news.
There's no legal reason that you are unable to marry your step sibling.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Because there's no risk of having children with genetic defects due to being close relatives. That's the only reason it's weird to marry a relative.
Listen, there's no other reason why that's weird.
Apparently not.
It's just that.
So technically, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't say this in a therapy session, but like, that seems like the best solution. Just date.
Right?
Just kind of let your relationship do what it was going to do naturally, anyways.
Heck yeah.
Like, I wouldn't, no. If they can still get married, why make yourself unhappy?
Right?
And you can be like, parents, if this is awkward, this is your fault.
Right?
Bye-bye.
Right? Oh, yeah.
Just do the David Spade. Bye-bye.
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 Right?
Yeah, I don't know. Personally, I would probably just go about how they're feeling about it.
Sounds good.
That's a crazy one, though.
It is.
It's a crazy one.
That's right.
Most definitely.
Anyway, I guess that's about it for the podcast.
So maybe next time we'll talk about Frankenmuth. Maybe. We'll see.
We'll talk. That'd be great. All right, y'all. Hope you have a good week.
Have fun adulting.
I know I won't.
Yeah, right?
Right?
Ooh.
All
But
right. See
hopefully
y'all later.
we'll see you later.